Welcome to the September Project, otherwise known as the Haunted Stitcher. Are you there? Can you see me? Can you see me? Good morning, good morning. I'm in a weird mood. I just spent an hour and a half at the doctor's just getting blood done. They were so backed up. I'm like, it's 8:30 in the morning. How can you be so backed up already? Anyhow, I'll try not to be too grumpy. Okay. Today for you is Saturday. And I try to do longer videos on the weekends. So I'm going to do this one without a voiceover, which could lead, golly, I love that, could lead to a lot of tangents and squirrels and all kinds of stuff. First tangent, Seth Apter, who I thought used to be on Tim Holtz's design team, and he may have been at one time, but may not have been. He is on Artsy, what is it? Crafty Artsy or Artsy Crafty or anyhow. And he does a lot of his own stuff. And he designs for other people. I know Stencil Girl, he used to do Stencil Girl products, stencils for them, but I think he still does. But he has his own. Anyhow, he had a video come up, and I don't know how, because I haven't been on any of those sites in a long time, but it came up in my feed. Thank you, Steve Jobs. He's in an art show this weekend in New York, but there's a book section, and he's in the book section. He has, I think it's like 9 minutes. If you have 9 minutes to spare, go watch the video he put up Thursday. I think it was Thursday, maybe Wednesday, but it's the most recent video. He has some gorgeous, gorgeous books and things that he's made, things on clipboards, and oh my gosh, they are gorgeous. So now I've not only have I gone to Tim Holtz Academy, but I've also gone to Seth Apter Academy. Now Seth Apter has a lot of products, a lot of the distress things and things he uses, and his own inks and things like that. I'm not buying any of that stuff. I'm trying to do it on the lower income side. I don't have room for all that product. I don't want all that product. So I have homemade texture paste thanks to Melinda and Robin Marie Jenkins. And I have I've gone to Tim Holtz Academy. There is no such thing. I just call it that. Watching his videos and his makers, and watching the Seth Apter video yesterday gave me so many ideas. Nothing, I shouldn't say it like this. Nothing earth-shattering. However, they are earth-shattering when they're all put together, and he does them with his artwork. So I tried to use some of my own artwork and replicate all that and do my own. First of all, I just made my own paper. I got a letter back or a message back from Amazon. Your book project is empty. I'm like, what? I have the cover. The cover went through, but the inside pages didn't go through. So now I got to talk to ChatGPT and figure out how to do the inside covers correctly. I'm not doing them correctly. Apparently, I'm not submitting them correctly. Anyhow. But I just made my own paper, and then I lightened it on Procreate, and I got this kind of like a faded, cloudy version, which I love. I can cut it up. I can do whatever. Then I took spray paint on Procreate and just made because I like the spray paint look without the fumes. And I just made, what do you call this? Blocks of color, and then overlapped them in some places. And I won't use like this whole sheet of paper. I don't think. I'll just use sections of it. And then this is my Seth Apter thesis. And this is all done on Procreate at 4 o'clock this morning. But it's not new stuff, like taking a piece of paper and tearing bits of it down so you only have like a spine left. Now, he has some stamps that look like this. And did he make these stamp figures with texture paste or his version and other things, chemicals, reactions, and that's what was left? I don't know. I just took a piece of paper that I made and took out chunks of it and kind of created like a spine. That was so much fun. Another thing he did, and I think this is a stamp, but he stamped it with texture paste, or his version, and added some other chemicals to it. There's a lot of chemical reactions going on his papers. I probably would catch my house on fire, so I'm not doing that. However, he had a stamp. He has a stamp that has like bars, and then he had a piece of fabric and he had bars on it, and it looked like metal. I think it was just layers and layers of texture and paint and stuff. So don't quote me on any of that. I layered up a piece of fabric, a picture of a piece of fabric, and that's a letter from Da Vinci right here. Or maybe Edgar Allan Poe, one of the two. Then this piece, and I know this is really small, but this piece right here is a piece of driftwood that I got from California. Oh, California's had some horrible fires. Close to my sister, up in the Gold Country. It's Tuolumne, Stanislaus, and another county. And Chinese Camp, which was a town close to Coloma, where we used to go camping all the time, and where they discovered gold in 1848. But it's a town close to Coloma. The other town that the Chinese lived in that did lots of laundry and provided background support for the gold miners got kicked out of the town, because at that time they were trying to kick all the Chinese or any kind of Asian out of the United States. I think the United States. And so they all moved to another town, and they called it Chinese Camp. That whole historical town, what's left of it, is almost gone. Horrible lightning strike fires, all in this one area. Anyhow, so but that driftwood did not come from there. It actually came from Folsom Lake, and so driftwood, a piece of paper, a sewing machine tag that I've made on here. I think that might be Edgar Allan Poe paper, and then a piece of fabric with a frayed edge underneath it. Just layering all that stuff. I just had the time of my life watching his stuff over and over and over. I think I've watched it 4 times last night and twice this morning. So, I have a little piece today. What is my story for today? When I say story, I wrote ChatGPT. My writing partner wrote a story, and which is ChatGPT. If you want to just blow your mind, I have the free version. I don't know if there's another version. I don't know if, I'm sure there is, because they're all out to make money. So I'm sure there's another version. But where is my story card? Anyhow, I just put in to ChatGPT, make Halloween paper with shades of green. You would be surprised what comes out. It's amazing. But anyhow, my writing partner wrote this story. I gave it some parameters, and it wrote this story. And now I cannot find my story. I need to cut him out. I haven't been in here since yesterday. And I'm grumpy, so I couldn't eat, and I had to go give blood again for my thyroid checkup stuff, and I couldn't eat, and I couldn't have coffee, and then they were so backed up. Our doctor's offices, which we have had the same doctor, my husband and I both. He has a different one, but in the same practice for almost 30 years. The whole time I've lived here, it's the same doctor, and they are merging with MUSC, which is part of University of South Carolina in Charleston, Medical University, which is down in Charleston. And they're merging with them. That doctor's office is. They used to be part of another one. So now I don't even know if my insurance will. Okay, what did I write on here? But I only need insurance for another year. Then I can get Medicare. If it still exists before then, I don't know. Okay, my words for today are Lizzie, would rush into her back room to find the singer running. Soon at night, Lizzie would wake out to the whirring sound of the singer sewing machine. And at night, she would run into her back room, and it was running by itself. A haunted sewing machine? Maybe. Maybe. So, okay, I have this other word is haunted. Now, this is blue. This is just something I typed up on Procreate. But since that wording is blue and this wording is blue, we might go with the blue thing, which I made no paper that was blue yesterday or last night. I love this rock paper, though. This was the creek. No, it was a river running through the Great Smoky Mountains, I think. We pulled off onto the side of the road. Anyhow, this was a rock wall. What else do I have over here? Is there anything blue? It is sort of blue. Oh yeah, that'll work. Okay, we're going to go with this as one layer. Seth Apter had a book. I think it's at the very end. It is a long, skinny book. And it's only like, when he has books, they're only like 4 and 5 pages long, which is fine. But they're very thick and full of stuff. But this long, skinny one, it was gorgeous. Oh, it was gorgeous. And he has taken his artwork and turned that. He's a free spirit fabric designer also. And I almost booked a trip with him. He is part of, he does a craft tour, which is the tour that I took to Vietnam and to England last summer. But he has a trip to Japan, which I really, really want to do. And my friend that I went to Vietnam with, she really wants to do it. But neither one of us want to fly. Well, when you had to kind of book it, or when I found out about it, is when all the planes were having so many accidents because of the lack of personnel due to the geniusness of our current regime. And both of us did not want to trust airplanes. She doesn't like to fly anyhow. And yes, she did go to Vietnam, but she was on a bunch of different relaxers. She slept the whole way practically. Coming back, no, because we all had some kind of food poisoning coming back. I'm trying to punch holes in this, but I'm not doing a very good job here. This really is bigger than I wanted it to be. Kind of want this to look distressed, like a truck ran over it a couple times. Now, I don't have one of those edger things, and I don't want one, but I will save all these guys. Oh, and I did do some painting before I went to the doctor's. Apparently I didn't get all the paint off I thought I did. But anyhow, what else is going on here? Nothing. Our humidity's back. Not in full force, but it's up there. I'm just trying to create some lines across this. I do have some Ranger things and all that, but not a lot. Okay, that's got some stuff going on. I was just at the dollar store and I could have got some of those sponges for dollars. I forgot. Yeah, I've had a brain. Okay, we're going to pull this out. And I'm trying to remember some of the stuff. Ooh. Kind of stuck. All the stuff that he did was just fabulous. Oh, I still have some of this tape still. So I just want to make a bunch of layers. And then I want to okay, hold on a second. All right, this is going to be the bottom layer. This wallpaper, that's Tim Holtz. That's going to be the bottom. Then I want to have, I had another one. Yeah, there's another one of those things from that washi tape. I want to put these on here because I want this to be see-through. Okay, let's stick this up here. Wait, that's not going to work. Okay, hold on. Let me think about this for a second. I kind of want to have a window tip in. So you see underneath something kind of like that. And maybe, where's that? Shoot, I already lost my words. Right there. Okay. And have this kind of like on here, but you'll see part of it from the window tip in. My stomach's growling because I still haven't eaten anything. Because I figured this would take a while. Okay, I'm going to just do construction washi. Actually, I don't like this one. Try to use the washi tape that I don't like if you buy a bundle. It's construction washi. I don't like this one. Just going to tape these guys. Even though they're two pieces, I'm going to tape them together just for temporary. And the tip in will be two pieces. That might be kind of different, kind of cool. Just like the curtains that they use in the freezer department. Or they used to. Now that I think they have doors, but I forgot I had all this stuff too. It really doesn't have to make any sense. It's just background. It doesn't have to correlate with the topic here. There's my stomach. Sorry. This could be... How are these two not the same size? They're the same okay, I kind of don't want I going to do this? I don't know. I think I have another envelope. Yes. Okay. I could use this. Maybe I will do that. Now I have to be careful because I only have this much room, which is going to cut off the envelope. Maybe I'll just do this one. This has a lot of stuff on it, so I'm not sure if I can change the color of this. Maybe? Maybe? Because the cellophane comes all the way over this. The window part, the window material. Okay, I think I have a dark blue. Yeah, Prussian blue. Everything's going to end up on the floor. It's going to be another 40-minute video. I can feel it. Okay, let's let that dry. Yes, they've had terrible forest fires. My sister said they can, even though she's still like an hour west of those fires, just because it's such a mountainy, climby area. Technical terms, mountainy, climby. But they're getting smoke because she's in the valley, the big valley, San Joaquin. But she's in the top section, the northern part. I definitely don't want this guy to be represented in full force there. But I like this St. Louis, Missouri, May 13th, 1899 stamp. I like that. And I don't know how I'm going to do this. I really do not. At all. I know that's surprising. How am I going to do this? I might have to take a break and think this through better. Maybe there's 3 pages to this. Okay. If I put another piece of paper, this could be the middle layer, and it would be like that with something on here, on this layer. Then this with something on it. Something like so. I don't know. And then the bottom layer will have all the stuff. Some more stuff. Maybe. Let's see if we can. This is texture paste on, homemade texture paste on craft paper. Ooh, I love that color blue. Prussian blue. This is going to be an element somehow. I don't know how. This is raw umber. A couple places. And then maybe a little green. There's a dark olive. Here it is. Okay. I just kind of want it jewel-toned watercolor tie-dye. All right, let's get things out of the way, keep things from blowing away. I'm going to dry this. I'll be right back. Maybe I did take a class from Seth Apter. Look at that. That is just Neocolor 2s on homemade texture paste. And a couple times, like here and here, I tapped my finger in a bubble. Oh my gosh. That was 3 colors. Prussian blue, dark olive, and raw umber. That is delightful. And then there's strokes, brush strokes or spatula strokes in the texture paste. Holy mackerel. That's just adding all kinds of layers. I should have dried this at the same time. I don't know how I want to do this. I love this. Seth Apter, I'm coming for you. Okay. Oh my God. I mean, really and truly, maybe that's just what I do. Because these 3, this all together is delightful. But it's not as lumpy and... What's on that paper that I made that I kind of faded? I don't want anything out of there. I don't know. I know I want a torn edge. My sister sent me the information about the fires. She goes, oh, and Steven Tyler cut his hair. I'm like, but he doesn't look bad. It's giving him a new lease on aging. Now, if only his voice would hold out. I think he's supposed to be on resting. Because I saw someplace, I was reading about this stuff at the doctor's office while I was waiting forever. But I think he had a fractured larynx or something like that. And he's had to cancel a tour. I think that happened last year. But I mean, he's 77. All these rockers are aging. And I mean, they had a lot of drug use and alcohol and everything else in their days. They're not angels. Okay. So, okay, see, I like that. Why do I like that? Okay, this is what I need Seth Apter or Tim Holtz to... If y'all are watching, can you tell me, can you put it in the comments? Why do I like these two together? This is like a watercolorish, a little texture. I'm going to take off a lot of the craft paper, I think. Or maybe leave some edges. But why do I like these two things together? The looseness of the watercolor and the grid of this print, I don't know. But I love these two together. I'm trying to make all 3 of these work. I don't know if they're going... Ooh. Ooh. I don't hate that. I don't like that on there, though. Huh. It needs to be this wide. Okay, so some of that is going to get unused. And so is that. Okay. Sometimes you just have to talk out loud. Okay, now there's a little bit of a There's a little bit of air there. Open space. And the paper is white. Okay. Ooh, what if I put all this stuff in the open space? So there's graphics. Okay, let's see. Maybe I shouldn't have cut it apart. Okay. We have to put the St. Louis in there. All right, we'll put it somewhere. All right, so this can go on here. This goes on here. There's a little bit of graphics showing there. And this goes here. I don't hate that. This is a little too pristine. And then I could put the wording on here, something like that. Okay, I don't hate that. All right, we're going to glue that down. I better use tape because this has texture paste on it. Oh, these are so pretty. Maybe that's what I do. I'll just get some texture paste on a whole huge piece of paper and then start painting it. Woohoo, that's a good idea, Beth. Okay. Okay, so now I don't want a lot of that covered. I think that's too late. All right. She would rush into her back room to find the singer running by itself. I forgot to put my magic pom-pom sweater on. No wonder I'm having a problem. And my bracelet. I have my bracelet that I wore to the doctor's office. I forgot my costume. There's enough blue on here that it all blends together, but it's not overpowering. Ooh, I like that. Maybe I can use a little bit of this blue paper. Maybe. Okay. I'm going to glue this down. Hopefully it'll stick to that texture stuff. And the paper underneath still shows enough. I don't want it perfectly layered, perfectly symmetrical. All right, where's my pen? This is why it takes an hour. It's the details, people. Oh dear. Now this is very scratchy because the texture paste is creating some friction. Just enough. Okay. Now, I think I want to, I wonder if I should write on here. Writing Seth Apter. Really sloppy. But I want a little bit of that on there. And then I'm going to tear this a little bit more. I want it to look like we found it on the street on 8th Avenue in New York. And it had been walked on and driven over by taxis. Capiche? And it had a little bit of attack of the rust. I know Robin McClendon does a lot of rusting. Not personally, but she rusts her paper. And tea dyeing. And that looks kind of good. But it needs a little bit of Prussian blue. I don't think I'm going to get it wet. But that way it'll blend in with this a little bit. this paper was made by cement, pictures of cement in my driveway. And then I wrote on it in Procreate, and then I printed it, and I did something else, and then I printed it again. Okay, so see, that looks good. That looks good. Maybe I don't have to have something. I kind of want it all to be holy. Holy moly. Okay, where's this paper? Okay, I'm going to have to flip it around because if I want this to be a tip-in, I have to have something substantial. Well, I guess this could work. Okay, I'm gonna put this down. How am I going to do this? Clear tape, I guess. Ugh. Okay. That opens. My husband just turned on the dryer. I told him I would do that when I'm finished, but sometimes he doesn't listen. Do your husbands sometimes not listen to you? Or your partners or your spouses or whoever? Okay, so now when that opens, okay, so now, okay, glue. Probably should use tape. I'm going to put glue on all of these sections. I might have to put clear tape in the back of this just for more support. And it may not have anything in the back, but there's lots of different texture here. You know what I'll do? Oh, I know what I'll do. I'm going to glue that on there. Yes, I will. Okay. Now, glue, put glue here. Okay, I'm going to put a little tape. This is when you just can't look at the back. And I don't think Seth After uses Scotch tape, but gotta do what you gotta do. I have my master's, I don't have my PhD. Okay, oh man. Ooh, and I still have this tape. Ooh, I have this too. And I have more of these. I'm just kind of covering up my construction. Okay. Oh man, I love it. That was a lot of brain power on my part. Now, this, I think I'm just going to put a piece of tape here. Okay, kind of just tack it down right there so it's all flopping around. The haunted floppy. That's what this is. No more floppy disks, but my floppy stuff haunts. Okay, now I had some scraps of blue paper. There's nothing here. Maybe I'll put haunted. then you can just see something underneath, but you don't know what it is. No, because of too many different blues. Where are those circles that I cut out? Yeah. Yes, a couple of these. Just stack them. I like a good stack. Ooh, yes. That one's too light. Oh, yeah. It's just close to this color enough. Woohoo! Almost as if I knew what I was doing. Only you know the struggle that went into this. You just got to keep moving stuff around and talk to your paper and okay, now we need to get St. Louis in there. Let's see how we can do this. I think this is like washi paper. We'll put it right there. Okay. Okay. Now, I think I'm going to take that Prussian blue and go around this a little bit. Just enough. Because it really does blend. And maybe a little, what is this, raw umber to the edges. Gonna make them look like Chinese coins in honor of Chinese camp burning, which is tragic. They used to have, I think they said the post office, they had a post office like replica of what they had back in the gold rush days. This needs a little bit of stability right here. And they had a little store. I know what I'm going to do. Oh, I don't know if I can. Yes, I can. I have a stamp. Chinese stamps. Let's say I do. I think I do. Yeah. I'm going to put them in. Well, that one doesn't look like a Chinese stamp. This one does. I'm going to put a little bit of that on here. Where's the stamp? None of them have stamps. Good Lord. Oops, just kicked my trash can. Not one single one has stamps on them. Okay, in the stamp drawer. To them. Okay, well, my California stamp's too big. Maybe we can just take this little guy. These are homemade. Just kind of, Maybe I can write. I think I can do a drawing of a Chinese character. I don't know. You know, I have some stuff from Robin McClendon. Ooh! Ooh, ooh, ooh. I have bought some paper from her over the years, and this was a printable. She used to do printables on her Patreon. Now she does other stuff, but I could cut this out. And this is from like antique paper that she's gotten in Japan at flea markets or whatever the Japanese version is. That was one reason why I wanted to go to Japan. Okay. I just want one. This might just be the first syllable of a word, but we're going to go for it. Put it right there. Yes, yes, yes. So we know that this is in honor of the day Chinese camp had almost destroyed. A bunch of homes have been destroyed too up there. Okay. Oh my gosh. This video is long. I'm so sorry. But, oh dear. It doesn't fit. Oh dear. How do I do this? Okay, we're going to have to cut this. Well, all right, we're going to leave it like that. I'm just going to clip it in there. We'll worry about that part tomorrow, maybe. I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess I was absent the day Seth after said if you cut your paper the wrong size and you do your entire project and then you realize it's the wrong size, what do you do? Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Except for the fact that it doesn't fit. Oops, I just hit you, I think. Sorry. This is so cool. There's the little stamp. That is not a stamp. Then you turn this all over. There's St. Louis. Back of that. And then these guys are like Chinese coins. However, it's about 2 inches too big. And about a ½ an inch too, or almost an inch too narrow. I'm going to have to think on that for a minute here. But I love this. She would rush into her back room to find the singer running. Something over there, maybe. I love this. Look, I mean, just look at all that. Ooh! Okay, maybe my thesis failed, but okay, I don't know how to do this. I'm just going to do it for right there, for right now, for right there. So far, this is lovely. Except that some of the stuff doesn't fit. Okay, thanks for watching. I appreciate you being here. Sorry, I think I'm going to be like 40 minutes. Sorry. Enjoy your weekend. See you tomorrow. Bye.